tonight on our Meet the Mountain Hawks, Breland Moore takes a look at Stefan Cvrkalj and Austin Price.
As adults, it's often hard to remember exactly who or what inspired us to follow the paths we're currently on. Two members of the Lehigh men's basketball team are taking time to reflect on what led them to their current place on a Division I collegiate basketball team. Stefan Cvrkalj is a 6'6" senior guard from Kitchener, Ontario. Despite Canada's reputation for producing top hockey products, Cvrkalj says he never even considered playing the sport of the Great North.
I was born in Serbia and I moved to Canada when I was a year old, and I grew up in a European household, and so hockey was never really present in my house. We never really watched it on TV or anything. It was mostly soccer and basketball, and soccer and tennis were my first sports growing up as a kid. And then at the age of 10, I started playing basketball just for fun, and I really liked it. And ever since then, I've been playing basketball and working hard at it.
Austin Price is another member of the Mountain Hawks squad. Originally from Indianapolis, Price relocated to Detroit his sophomore year in high school. He says he's been around basketball for as long as he can remember and credits his Indiana upbringing and his guard-heavy family for falling in love with the sport.
Growing up in Indianapolis is great. There's always someone playing basketball, so you can just drive by a park and just start playing basketball. My whole family plays basketball. My brother, he's at Eastern Michigan University. My dad played at Taylor University, which is a Division II school. My uncle, Jovan, played at Purdue University, and my uncle, Joseph, played at Notre Dame University.
Since arriving at Lehigh University, the two certainly have taken advantage of the academics offered. Stefan is an accounting major and Austin is aiming for a dual degree in computer science and business, ensuring they both work hard both on and off the court. While balancing a full plate of schoolwork, they also work hard athletically, and Coach Brett Reed says that both Cvrkalj and Price are key pieces in his elaborate basketball puzzle.
Well, Stefan is coming to our program. He's got experience. He's coming from an international situation, and it took him a little while to adjust to college basketball at the American level. And he's done a very nice job for us. He's somebody that is a proven shooter, and his ability as a sharpshooter is something that we really rely on. And now, for this year, his leadership and his consistency and his experience is something that plays into our equation as well. Austin Price is somebody that was anointed the opportunity to start as a freshman, and it was because of his talent. He has the ability to really help our program despite being very youthful. He's already put his talents on display and demonstrated growth from last year with his first opening explosion against Villanova. But now we need consistency from him. He's given us nights of 20-plus points, but we've got to make sure that we know every game in, game out, that we're going to get a high level of production from him, and I think we can.
Although very successful in their own right, behind every college athlete is a driving force, an inspiration for them wanting to be the very best they can be. When asked who their heroes were, both Cvrkalj and Price didn't say a famous athlete, a celebrity, or a political leader, but say that their inspiration comes from the people that know them the very best, their parents.
My inspiration is definitely my dad. He just works so hard. He works tons of hours a week just because he works at FedEx. He delivers packages, and he works almost every single day of the year. And it's amazing to see him go through all that and then have enough time to help me with my basketball, help me with my schoolwork.
I definitely see my parents, my immediate family mostly, I'd say, my parents and my sister. My parents, sacrificed a lot for me to have an opportunity to have this and, be financially secure growing up in Canada. My parents left a war-torn country in Eastern Europe in the 90s, and it was a very difficult time for our people and for our family since, my uncle left before all of us, and then my parents followed, and then my aunt came right after, my dad's sister. And during that time, we were all kind of scattered all over the place, and it was very tough. And some family didn't make it out. They stayed back and they wanted to kind of stick it through. And luckily, everyone was safe. Everyone survived. But my parents sacrificed a lot to go to a foreign country, learn a new language, try to find a job and opportunities so that we could have the opportunity to be safe and go to school and not to have any worries. And I really admire that about them and what they've had to do and how hard they work to maintain that even to this day.
Reporting for 2 Sports, I'm Breland Moore.
So, Coach, you're looking over towards me as that piece was running. I'm sure you're aware that these young men look to their parents as the people who have been influenced, and I'm sure it has something to do with you landing them at Lehigh University.
Yeah, you know what? We've had a lot of luck with individuals that are really close with their families. Those families value education. They see the value of Lehigh University and what that degree can do. But how about those insights on these young men and their stories and their backgrounds? Sometimes you watch them as athletes and you lose kind of sight of that personal side of things. Listen to Stefan Cvrkalj talk about his family and coming from a war-torn country. Wow, you just don't see that all the time, and you don't always get that personal approach. I'm glad the Brett Reed Show could bring something like that.
You're absolutely right. That's what I was going to say, and that's what we indeed intend to do throughout this year. The Brett Reed Show continues after this on TV2 Sports.